Good morning.
Ready to practice 7 point of the mind training? Okay, beginning, then we have to prayer for Vajra prayer. And please, everybody, pure mind, Bodhisattva mind, visualize front of the you, our rich Guru, Kenjin Tonguru Michel, front of the you, and your devotion, and your pure mind. And today I'm going to listen to 7 point of the mind training. Not only you think of Bodhisattva mind. Please, we pray together. Do you have text, everybody? Yes. Om Dorje Janje Delo Narodang Marwanela Jeje Gamboba Duzon Jeja Gwanjen Gamaba Jeje Jonje Nyebanjenandang Jedan Zaizo Baden Rubazo Sala Jaya Jala Nyebe Nyamen Rogo Tabo Gajela Sovadeso Gajela Manam Jebazeno Nam Jinjero Jelagam Ye Lavasomajin Senagala Jajemebadam Sendrendada Chebegam Jela Jemil Jema Mebajin Jela Mebegam Je Gawasombaji Mengadego Jebe Lama Kyundo Sowa Deve Gomjela Emago Yewa Jinjelo Yene Gomji Gawezomada Randanobe Gawozomade Majedega Chebegomjela Omjaloda Rawajinjelo Namdongawo Jogozombaijin Jiyamaye Jiyang Jawala Magarawa Jave Gomjela Ole Sadalam di yederadone Dorje jange komanyodoyo Dorje jange komanyodoyo Omi jujinge bodane duzum sange kunje ngoni rasen jugu nguzun dundab sawe lami shabla kuja zan dadan simje damje lojo sun dobar jinje labdozo lamdruwa zebara jinje labdozo druwa yishe sun sawa jinje labdozo Tata simje damje locho sun dobara jinje labdo son je lamdo dobara jinje labdo lamdruwa zebara jinje labdo son tata simje damje locho sun dobara jinje labdo lamdruwa zebara jinje labdo son druwa yishe sun jawara jinje labdo Tini tat namazo chama an teringarancho Portland, Vajra Vidya ki chochola ani ngarang ngweni nare an nambazo chamalo an tiringi ta sanyi nyimani rinla ani ngaranzo mendo kangla pobi lagal kyabche toche chang an tangurumbichi ki nze shabe ki ani lochon dundumi ki kaju ani dechala ani ngaranzo drelenda masana Jaya Rabate Ngarangi Mwene Naya Anik Pe Kalva Sangbo Shivujin Sangbuyo In Keranzo Mwene Imbana Pe Kalva Sangbo Imba Sangbuyo Jan Lochom de Palkeda
So all of us here in Vajra Vidya, Portland, will be spending the next 2 days studying the 7 points of mind training, in particular using the commentary composed by our precious root guru, Kenshin Trungpa Rinpoche. And so I will give an explanation, and I feel extremely fortunate to be able to do this, and you as well are extremely fortunate.
Teni dangaran tsuki lochong dundu megi tambola undu tempar chawa tang lochong ki tangma chepa dinde yores.
Undu tempar chawa?
Tambo undu tempar chawa ta lochong ki.
Okay. So among the 7 points of mind training, the first is preliminaries, and then the rest follows as the main practice.
Teni dindu chambala, teni ngaranzo lochong dundu mi na la, ta lochong sengande lochong dundu ma, lochong tsikye ma, sene lochong ma dawa dende mangbo yores. Imbayina ta ngaranzo ki kakyu ki na la, lochong dundu ma de, changbon lotre taye ki, ze shaba de, lochong dundu ma de, and lochong dundu ma shigo yores. Ta lochong dundu ma ki nani, dunde kararesa na tangbo te ngondo. Teni nipa te teni changju sem chongwa. Sumba te teni kenge lamdo chorwa. Ane shiwa te ane tsechik nyamlen chawa. Ngawa te lochongi tse. Chuba te lochongi tamzi. Teni tumba te lochong lapcha dun. Ngana dun dawjita. Teni dawjita ngana zu nyamlen chayare. Dun sene di chagores.
So in terms of the 7 points of mind training, when we talk about mind training or lojong, there are many texts that teach mind training. In addition to this one, there's also the 8 points of mind training. But for us in the Karmakagyu lineage, the text of the 7 points of mind training that comes to us through a commentary by the great Jamgon Khanto Lodro Tai is the mind training text that we focus on. And so it's taught in 7 points, and the 7 points are the first point is the preliminaries, the second is the main practice, which is training in bodhicitta. The third is bringing difficulties into the path of enlightenment. The fourth is concise instructions on practice for a lifetime. The fifth is evaluation of mind training. The sixth is the commitments of mind training. And the seventh is guidelines or precepts of mind training. So those are the 7 points.
Teni tigana shingi chitangi ngaranzo lochong nyamlen nabayina teni ngaranzo chogola shungni teni ngaranzo chitangi ngaranzo nangbahin tsambayin sene soson nangbahin nangbayin nyamlen chegyo sene ina ngaranzo sembade chödang sheta 잘마토와 되는 망보여서 가래서 nangbayin lo chu nishundoson tenere yore ina ngazuki uniki practical soso semde ani chödang shetaji jatu고요 말레스 tindu zambala ani ngaranzu semde chödang pe jatuare kandichini jagoresana lochong lo sengande sem 종 생의 셈 종을 로종 디데야 보데 로종데 야고 냠는 제바이나 에네 셈데 시와 르보 셈 타고 메바 딘데 냠는 제바라 테네 하는 거란 거 셈데 가르에서는 참라 쳐라 먹기야다 냠는 제 셈바상보 제도야 냠는 제 빼야데 빼 야고 주는 거레스 Chamba, Inji, Balando.
And so we practice lojong or mind training, and this is within the context of the teachings of the Dharma. So we are Buddhist. We say, I'm Buddhist. I do Buddhist practice. I've been a Buddhist for X number of years, maybe a long time. But if our minds are not fully trained in this way, then we are not, it may be that we are not fully joining our minds with the Dharma. So our minds need to be trained, and that is the meaning of lojong, which is the mind training. So if we do this practice of mind training well, then our minds will become peaceful, supple, easy, and then through our practice, our devotion, our love and compassion will develop further and further.
Teni chitangi ngaranzuki nangba sangyegi ka tekpa chungi, tekpa chenpo, sanga torche tekpa sene teni shores, di nangla teni ngaranzu tekpa chungi wangdo chenare, tekpa chenpo wangdo chenada, sanga ki wangdo chena, teni tanda ngaranzu lokchon tundu made, teni tenzu chazanani menga nyingbo, tenzu duyni, di nangdala lokchon tundu ma sengane, chazang tende tenpaji yores, chazang tenpa yoma gang, 툭툭이 맹아 장마 안에 디나나 때네 쇼요레스.
So generally speaking, the teachings of the Buddha comprise the vehicles of the foundation vehicle, the great vehicle, and the Vajrayana or diamond vehicle. And lojong actually contains the teachings of all of these vehicles in a very concise, distilled way.
Teni dindu indu zambala, teni ta ngaranzo lobchong Dundumigi tabnala, kapkabla sanjigi karisungures, kapkabla ta yoba andau sungures, kapkabla ta meba andau sungures, and kapkabla chö tamje tongbani imba, tendeji kone, tene, 장돈당 겐동기 망보 송여래서 진짜 상마 아니 출드네 아니 가르송 거래서는 나란도 냠낸 제단기 탑 됐는 데네 tenyo래서
So in the context of the Lojong, sometimes the Buddha taught that there is no self. And sometimes he taught other teachings as if there is a self. Sometimes the Buddha taught that all phenomena are emptiness. And but all of these teachings are this is the difference here is a difference between expedient teachings or teachings of the definitive meaning. And so we are practicing this as, this is taught as a method.
Teni dindindi zambala lojong dundu made teni ngaranzogi tamma teni nyamlin yagbo chungto bade kanди chini kyores na tamma de zo ngaranzo pyola ani choche palen atishani chungwades. Chonche palen atishade kawane chungresana atisha lama Dharma Rika Sengajik Chungores, Chen Chambi Najors and Chungores. Techo selling bala, Tene Kepachon, the Lama Desumbode, Tene Jo selling Basa, Namasum Kepatu, Chambagita, Ninjaki Chanju Sem Topsajo, Tenjikitani, and the Tama Dengarandu Chungores.
Now, the way these instructions on the 7 points of mind, 7 points of mind training came to us was principally through the great Atisha, who traveled to Tibet, and his great teachers were Dhammarakshita, Maitri Yogin, and Ser Lingpa. And these were the three great masters who transmitted this to him. They all had great love, compassion, and bodhicitta, and they taught this to Atisha.
Teni dinde zambala te kong number de ane changju sem ke ane changju ke dinde chen changju sem ke bane pe lama sedan demba jamba ningje chungba dinde lama jeres de inde zambala ane joje palen adisha dawo inde inaya ane chujun roma ke lungtene changju semba kongbeldo tama tomo ma menge teni kangdo teni ane ta joje palan lama dharma ragila tene kong chamba da ningje chembo tende yobala tene soso kusha ina ane chimba tende tangyongwa tende chungyores.
Jitsun droma ge lungten ge de dharma
joje palan
Atisha la
lungte mara
lungten pare laso de lungten
lungte ne kono chamba da ningje kongbel pe kiyajedo lojong todon ma nyamnen chena.
Through developing bodhicitta in this way, Dangpo Lama Sumdin so tempare.
Right. Lama Sumnang ne choje pale adisha de and chujun droma lung tempare.
So Atisha received teachings and was supported by these three lamas who had great love and compassion, and then received a prophecy from Aryatara in order to develop his bodhicitta further and further.
Teni dindu indu sambala di chela teni choche pale adisha ki teni tangaranjo ki lochong dundumi tangma de choje pale adishagi ane pela tangma de pene tene choje pale adishagi tene chache ishe kawato jala nangne digi tene tangma de tanda pardu ngaranju japche changurumche pardu tangma de kyunma cheba tene lung chi chama tangma tanda ngaranju yobade ine pe manyamba nyamne cheba de tene ko nambe katin la chungwares.
And so, having obtained the 7 points of mind training, Lord Atisha went to Tibet and transmitted them to Chekala Yeshe Dorje, and the instructions were passed down directly all the way to our Lama Khenchen Trangpa Rinpoche through reading instructions, reading transmissions and instructions. Everything has been, we are receiving everything. It was all transmitted intact and undiminished, and this is what we are receiving.
Some of you visit to the Buddha Gaya, maybe, probably some of you, Buddha Gaya is Buddha's enlightenment place. That huge and stupa, Buddha's enlightenment. And if you go to Buddha Gaya stupa, right walk, and then this side, they have one Jitutruma's Taras, one white Taras statue, one might be 18 inches, something like that, in the stupa's wall. And that time, Atisha one day visit there, stupa, and then Tara speech, Sungjun.
Tara spoke and gave a prophecy.
Yeah, then lungden lagarase.
Prophecy.
Prophecy. You should go to Tibet for and the maintaining lineage go to. That's why he go to the Tibet and the Adishas, these Lochong's Tama.
The oral instructions of the mind training.
Then this Tamna and the training, maintaining this one until our Ruch Guru Thanguru Majan is strictly we have this transmission, teaching, everything what we have this one. Yeah, then Nipaki Chitangi Wangdo Chena, then Arando Nangba Sangigi, Tawala Taki Kongdu Shubanan Shingi, Karisoda, Tongbani Zo Nangi Yores, Chitangi Arando Nangba Sangi Shibanan Nangba Zo, the Tongbani Yi Wang Chegores, Inayang, Jo Selling Bagi, Mengala Tene, Tambo, Tame Zo Tema Maima, Tayo Batawuchi, the Sung Yores, Lochon Tanga, Lochon Dundumai Nangla.
In general, as I said, the Buddhist view posits the emptiness of phenomena foremost. But according to the instructions of Sir Lingpa, this is not the way it is taught. We are not to focus on our non-self, but it is taught as if the self actually existed.
Teni Kunsen Karachana, Joseling by Karachana Somarasana, Pena, Sa, Chu, Me, and then Damba. Then the Chigmena, Satangma, Tombata, Chila, and then Mendodang, Devu Karitam Nayana, Kigimares, and the Chadam Mando Baina. Tin de Dambala, Sa, Chu, then Damba, Tama Yobala Chiktabna, and the Kigres. And Kaya Zara Zora Kenya Dama Devana and the Naranzo Kitu Mares.
Why is that? This is taught through an analogy. If we try to plant a seed in a barren place without any water or sunlight or fertilizer of any kind, then whatever it is that we plant, it will not grow. So we need to have soil and water and mud, fertilizer or compost. And if we do, then whatever we plant will grow.
Pe deshindu las dame kyangma gombal tene chamba nyingje tungu yorosomena ane dame kyangma gomna chamba da nyingje changju semde feya la kakbo yore sungu yores gyunzen dechin na tene ngarando le tangbo pa inare ta yoba ta ushik chene changju semde gomna chamba da nyingje gongne gondo pene tene lochongi zawa tongle nipo Pema gomne teni ngaranzo lochongi nyamne changsu samyang dabaji lochong toba yongores and sungu yores.
So similarly, if we take the view of the non-existence of the self as our basis, then it's very difficult to develop love, compassion, and bodhicitta. But if we proceed with the idea that our self actually exists, then love, compassion, and bodhicitta will grow and increase. And so we do the practice of sending and taking. And so this is the primary practice of Lojong. And in this way, we can develop our bodhicitta.
Teni di nala ta ngaranzo lochong teni mai nala teni tangbo mugu pewi toma ngondo labo gores. Ane ngai kendo namba tsama la tsawa ki tsikde yugures. Tsawa nala karisonga tangbo ngondo tala labs ane sungu yores.
So in the first, among the 7 points of mind training, the first point is the preliminaries, and the preliminaries are taught as a way to develop our devotion. And so the first line, if you look at the text, reads, first train in the preliminaries.
Teni ta di indu tsambala ngondo de teni ngaranzo Rinpoche wrote many examples. In the devotion is beginning practice, ngondo practice is very important for us. Rinpoche mentioned tags everywhere. Same like devotion is our head. Everybody, our head is very important. Because without the head, only physical body cannot do. Right? Head, hearing, eyes, smelling, everything here. Every day we shamatha meditation people, we read the Dochichang prayer, Mugu Kumjin Go Sumbarshin.
Devotion is the head of meditation.
Yeah, Rinpoche mentioned there. This is very important. Devotion is very important. Tende indu tsambala, teni ta ngaranzuki, Mugu sangande pe, kechambu indu tsambala, teni ngaranzuki, teni kansawore, teni ngondo de inji minji ane nyamlen chego ores tinje chambala ngondo la teni ta thumong mayimbi ngondo ni ores thumong mayimbi ngondo ni nani thumong ngondo la kare tajunye wakawa chiwa medawa le kyumre kurini mayin thumong mayimbi ngondo la kare ngaranjo ta cha kyamru cha bum ikya bum saya teni mendala bum lamin najur bum saya la tumonda ngondo mayimba ni de ta ngondo ni de pe ke chimbo yin sunga de sungores.
Devotion is extremely important, and so we need to do the preliminaries. And the preliminaries are of two kinds. There are the common and the special preliminaries. The common preliminaries are the contemplations on the precious human birth, on death and impermanence, karma, cause and result, and the defects of samsara. Those contemplations are the 4 common preliminaries. And then the special preliminaries are 100,000 accumulations of refuge and prostration, the recitation of the Vajra mantra, mandala offerings, and Guru Yoga practice. So those are the special preliminaries, and the preliminaries are extremely important.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Okay, now then the four pillar number, the Ludo number C, four pillar number.
So the four common preliminaries.
Coming pillar number. First, we have to know precious human life. Okay, we talked about yesterday. You should check your precious human life or not. Okay? Precious human life means, if you born in animal realms, you cannot chance to do anything. If you born hungry ghost realm, you cannot do anything. You speaking very well, sing very well, hearing very well, everything proper. Still your mind is something wrong. Oh, you precious human life, still you are not enough who you are. Precious human life. You born such wonderful country. You met wonderful teacher, our Rinpoche. You met a lot of Dharma brothers, sisters. Precious human life. The Mahamudra texts say, if you, how much difficult born in the precious human life, they say big ocean, same like Portland's big ocean. Yesterday, Susie and Peter took me to the, near to the ocean, big ocean, they have some, what called, turtle.
Turtle.
You know, everybody, turtle, how long life? They live almost 500 years live. This is such a long life, 500 years live there. They 100 years one time they come up, they have something hole like that, go to this hole. Very difficult to match this hole. Exactly same, we are precious difficult to born in human life. Then now I am precious human life. Then you don't do practice, you don't do meaningful life, just waste time. Then you waste time, every day waste time. Even yesterday, no more. Today morning, today no more. Every second, every minute. You see, I think I am 50 years old. I know many people already gone. Even our Rinpoche, you see, wonderful Rinpoche teacher. He coming from Tibet, 1950, nothing, just sky and earth. He wrote about his deity inside his story. He came out of the India, Nepal, how much he take care of all over the world. Even he advised from 16 Kamapa say, you go to teach in the West Mahamudra teaching. Until he's 90 and 80, every year he fly to North, Europe, Asia, always. Me, I think is still a little bit younger from some travel. How much I difficult tired. You see how much Rinpoche such, he walk until he parinimana, every day he is teaching us, learning us, how much many people all sentient being. We are too much relaxed, too much relaxed, no practicing, no anything not done. This is not good. We do something, helping to other people. If you are not helping other people, don't harm other people. You do something. This is precious human life means you have to do something first. Then we're talking about too many, very difficult to born human life. They even very difficult. Then second, you have to think about impermanent. Impermanent? Or is very easy in second, impermanent. Inside impermanent, outside impermanent. Every second, every minute, every year changing. Impermanent, we thinking like, impermanence means river, mountain, this impermanent. No. They see outside also tsunami come, earthquake come, everything destroy, everything changing. And even our mind changing every second, every minute. Even your good friends, maybe tomorrow you are enemy. Even your husband and wife, beginning, love each other so much. And this is a business love. This is not real love. This is business love. This is not real love. You know, after real something going on, then real quarrel. They become, really become enemy, you know. This is every minute, every year you make impermanent come. They every changing. We think like, oh, I am still young, maybe I live longer. I try to slowly, I'm going to practice. You don't know. And if you impermanence come, they're not thinking about impermanence. You are younger, you are who is going fast. You don't know. Then we're talking about the Buddhism. Certainly we go everyday driving, you know, then sometime then suddenly you accident, you die. Maybe some people 1 hour later wake up, some people 1 week later wake up, some people 2 weeks later wake up, until 49 days, last day, that we call dying, living. That time your consciousness, you are no body, just only your consciousness. You seeing everything. Even that time your mind, you don't need to walk. You are thinking you already arrive everywhere. But that time you are no practitioner, then you will be a lot of suffering. Very difficult that day. That time, precious Omela, you have chance how to meditate, shamatha, practice, and that time impermanence come. You have money, house, friend, even your physical body, you can tell. You see everybody, our physical body, too much attached, too much touching and sub-cherishing, too much. But one day we leave everything. But that time, we only for practice useful and really very useful. Might be practice very well. We are not going to hell realm, 6 realm. Of course, Kakyupa lineage, Mahamatra practice, deity practice, 6 of the Naro Yoga. We have Chogyal Tungpa Rinpoche, our Rinpoche, lot of texts, a lot of teaching, initiation. Like you, best student, some like Milarepa, to one lifetime enlightened. And the second might be then some not much intelligent student, even not going to be, they come reincarnation, life come back. Even just practice, you are not going to help them. This kind of the teaching we have available is still life. But then this is very important for practice this thing. If you understand for coming pillar memory, then you will be really practice studying this. Otherwise, maybe go to center, come meditation outside, because I know outside too much. A lot of things you forget, sometimes. And even me, almost my half of maybe 70% life, go to the monastery, total different thinking, my mind. I came here outside, mine is totally different thinking. But how your mind and mindfulness, how to practice witness, awareness, you have to tie it all the time with you. Then third one is karma in the cause. Properly, everybody knows karma in the cause. Usually we think about, maybe same father, same mom, we have many siblings. Even I have 2 brothers, 1 sister. each of the different attitude, each of the different karma, each of the different thinking. Suppose to we are same father and mom become same. But no, totally different. Why? This is a karma and a cause. You know this. Why? We're talking about yesterday, pre-realized good karma, this come back, this life. Now we prepare for in the next life. We believe the next life. We believe we are Buddhism. We believe the karma. Other religion, they don't believe the karma and the cause. They say if you people, men die, you will next 100% they become human life. You plant the tomato, you grow up tomato. Not like that. We believe in karma and the cause, and even just people believe karma. Many intelligent, many scholarship, Nagarjuna, Dharma Kirti, and a lot of people, and past, a lot of master, they already find out karma and the cause. They're not talking about some teacher. And what is samsara? You know, you think in samsara means all the world, samsara. Samsara means we just call in the like sequel like that. In the sequel like that. No end, you know. We're no end, they're coming back, dying, coming back, they are here. Sometimes good karma, human life, sometimes animal realm, sometimes hell realm, sometimes God realm. We have many lifetimes inside the samsara, many times. They in the interjection text say, if you collect our boulder bigger than ocean, they will collect our bone, mountain bigger than Mount Everest. We have many lifetimes come back again. But why we are not inside the liberation? We are not precious human life. That's why struggle inside the samsara. Now we want a liberation. You know, liberation for samsara. In the way of human life, dry suffering, born suffering, sick suffering, and hungry goes, then they want a lot of food, big stomach, very difficult to eat, hungry suffering, animal in the sufferings. Each of their six realms suffering, because we are human better than they are. Then that's why even not human life, some people didn't believe trust karma is the cause. They didn't meet any teaching. They didn't meet teacher. Inside the world, in the sixth realm. Now we want practice, lochong practice, but we want a liberation for and samsara. We don't want to come back this inside. But Buddha say maybe, I not much practice, I didn't study in the, not much. Maybe something you feel, so tired, I cannot do. Don't be
don't be discouraged.
Don't be discouraged. You encourage. I will do encourage. You need encourage. You are encouraged, nobody you encourage you. You are encouraged yourself. This is more important. You are encouraged. Already Buddha say you have Buddha nature. Everybody have Buddha nature. Nobody without the Buddha nature. Everybody have Buddha nature. But you didn't recognize your Buddha nature. Example, in Susi's house, under the big goal under there, his bed, but I didn't know. If I know this is gold, then I will something sell, use money, a lot of things. Example, everybody is the same like Buddha nature gold. You have, but you didn't recognize. If you recognize, then everybody will be enlightened, right? This is in the forthcoming pilgrimage. This is each of the short, okay? Otherwise, 7 chapter difficult to finish with. Maybe some of you finish the coming Palanama, and some of you oncoming
Special preliminaries.
Palanami. Doesn't matter. How much you have time. If you some too difficult to do prostration, just one day, how much? 3 times, 100. Everybody go to exercise, go to gym, walk. But if you do really house, one day, 300 prostration, this only 15 minutes, I know. And you all the physical hand, this really yoga, you really good exercise. Then you're not practicing exercising together. Because we mentioned here, Ngondo is very important. They mention about the mind training and Ngondo means kasa.
Preliminaries.
Preliminaries is very important. They say like that. Why they talking about the preliminary very important? This is same like if you want to build house, base is very important. Pillar. If your pillar is very strong, then later good shamatha, you can deity practice, any practice, then you can build up second, third, fourth, build up house, but become very strong. Base is not strong, any other practice, not much realization, not much good practice these things. That's why we do, even why Pelanam important, because we can call body, mind, speech. Then why purify? Body purify prostration, mind purify, visualize your teacher, calculinage, speech purify for reciting the 3 Jews, then Buddha Dharma. Then one time you do practice this one in purifies. This is very important for one to practice. Teni tadi ngondo te coming ngondo te de shutaba ches. Ta ngwe shugi nangla tsawa nangla karisung yore se na tsawa te ke lo naro chi. Chuna minam tau sam ma ye rikwi shila che nyambo ni je rangsa do. Ngo kushi ngala cha tumzang kemi pewu cha tongle nyambo pelman cha tenyi lungla kyonde cha. Yusum, tosum, kechasum, cholam kundo tsiki cha. Lembe koni rangni tsam sene sunguyores.
So that completes the preliminaries, and the next is the main practice. And so the text reads, regard all phenomena as dreams, examine the nature of unborn awareness, even the antidote is self-liberated. Rest in the nature of the all-ground, the essence. In post-meditation, be a child of illusion. Practice sending and taking alternately. These two should ride the breath. 3 objects, 3 poisons, 3 roots of virtue. In all activities, train with sayings. Begin the sequence of taking with yourself.
Teni ta ngwenshiki nani nipa ngwenshi changchuki sem rinpoche chongzula sum sungyores. Semke ki korimda gyunzenla tembala tuendang changchuki sem kombadang kunzop changchuki sem kombad naba ni sungyores.
So in terms of the main practice, which is training in bodhicitta, there are 3 main points. The sequence of generating bodhicitta, cultivating ultimate bodhicitta, and cultivating relative bodhicitta.
Teni tambo semgeji korim tambo ki gyunzen tembani ungwenshila changchuki semke ba deyang yena se tuendam ki changchu semda kunjoki chanju semba namba ni yores. Di nani kyang tso de tambo ane kunjo chanju ki semde kungo gores. Di jesu la en tundam chanju che semde kungo ga tawo shi yin las. Lamringi nandu la lo chongo la sungi kapsa la kande sungi gores na tambo kunjo chanju ki sem kum. Di jesu tundam chanju ki sem kumbi ki tapten yores. Lo chong tundami nandu la chache ishe kawa dorche ki dogde tambo 장주 그 셈데 곰 대치도 군조 장주데 셈데 땡기요레사.
So first is taught the sequence of generating bodhicitta and the reason. The reason for practicing bodhicitta is taught through relative and ultimate bodhicitta. And the main practice is in relative bodhicitta. However, first is taught ultimate bodhicitta. Now, in terms of the general teachings on the stages of the path, the Lam Rim, usually relative bodhicitta is taught first and ultimate bodhicitta second. But in the 7 points of mind training, as laid out by Chekaya Yeshe Dorje, first ultimate bodhicitta is taught and then relative bodhicitta.
Teni kunzen dang goba kan senas tambo semla shine chi gores ngaranzo semla shine yabo chi gores kalde shine de mena sem tam tembo shi yong mares de kengi tomar konzo janjugi sem komne jambada ninje sem komne sem tembo yong yo mares de china sem tembo rubichi dola tambo kunzo ko janju sem komba yimana dondan janju sem de kombo wi ande ngaranzo tengyu yores.
And the reason that we need to train and how, the reason for this is explained that first we need to have shamatha or tranquility in our minds. And if we try to practice bodhicitta without shamatha, then our minds will not be stable. But if we practice shamatha, then we can generate stable bodhicitta. And so in order to develop tranquility, first ultimate bodhicitta is taught.
Teni da nipala tondam janju sem gombala sumyores sumrinane jorwa ngweshi jetun tunzamgi nyamlen 내가 나제 당볼은 jorwani teni kyamro sem deji u jingmu kone sem chomada sem neda tabgui tambo tengyores.
So second is the instruction on cultivating ultimate bodhicitta, and this is taught in 2 sections, the preliminaries and the main practice. And the preliminaries are taught are taught as training the mind through refuge and so on, and meditation on the breath, and the 9 stages of resting the mind. And so this is taught as far in terms of the preliminaries, the main practice, and the post-meditation. The main practice is taught through focus on outer objects and focusing on the inner mind, followed by post-meditation.
다 담보대 ngaranzuki teni 다 ngaranzuki 담보 꼼잡이 갑라 가전 슈반난 생기 꼼 담보 ngaranzu 꼼잡이 갑라 가리나나 teni camrodan demigon camro sede 가잖아 ngaranzu 꼼잡이나래 냠랭 가리초바이나 camrodan sem기데 peke chimbo래 선디 camrodan deni semotane 아니 공고고레스.
So first, as I had said last night, when we meditate, we begin with going for refuge and bodhicitta. So this is something we do before any practice, and it's very important.
Teni ta chidangi ngaranzu kom kyabde kara teni semnevi tanda tapku chawaje nanga kazangai parche ten yore, par dende chi yores. Di par dende chi yores. Di de kare resana ta di par de nala teni di kanso inde che langba tende truk yores, kyor truk. Truk de kare resana top truk sekada sungdo. Truk tawo, tadi mashinan tawo, ta kyo truk tawo yore. Di nangni tada tani tawa je yores. Tawa de lakwa la ni chakyu ji kur yores. Tawa de lakwa da chakyu de kar res na. Ani di mindfulness temba de res. Ani wola thakwa ji kur res, di de shishin de res. Thakwa tawo, thakwa. Lango te thakwa. Chakyu ji da thakwa ji yore. Teni langboche de ta tiuji yores, di ta tangbo chorong gomma jagala chorong dere, langboche de nakwa nakyang yore, tiu de nyomba yore, teni langboche de ya teni kerangi kaso, langboche de pe, kerangi langboche minyo sona, dama da chikpa chiya nga zo minyo, minyo sona langboche nyowa da chikpa chagres. Las, das.
In general, when in meditation, we are working with the 9 stages of resting the mind. And so this is illustrated by this picture, which features I'm going to take a look at it myself, actually. It features a monk. Sorry, this will take me a second. A monk who is holding a stick, and that stick is represents mindfulness, and a rope. Okay, got it. And so he has a stick in one hand, and that represents mindfulness. He has a rope in the other hand, which represents awareness. And there is also an elephant and a monkey. Dine tiu dang langchen kikola songrana.
Ngaranzu hi semde langjing yombata tiu dawo yores. Ngaranzu sem shine da lakdong de makona.
So our mind is represented by the monkey and the elephant.
Inje chambala teni tambote teni lambochete da napana kyang di wo de wajtena.
Yeah, can you go down to the bottom?
That's as far as it goes.
Oh. Maybe if you make it smaller, maybe, then you'll see the bottom. It's important to see the bottom. So at the beginning stage, the elephant and the monkey are both dark in color. Yeah, there we go. Okay.
Ani di lamboche napo na kyang do aza kachola men da oji do me.
And next to it there's flames.
Men de jo karere sana ngaranzu ki pe shetang arkya pe na ji men na shingi pe mangbo yores.
So the flames at the side of the road there represent our afflictions such as anger and pride and so on, very strong and large.
Teni ta di yeyon la teni zu teni di ka tingsha dawo da tung dawo da ani di ta mara ji do di zu ta ti ro re chala ngaran zu zu cha ti ro re cha teni ngan zo sem de namyang shone de la mangbo ji tende de la ti cha sho res.
And also and along the sides of the road there are plants and trees and so on growing. Excuse me, and those represent attractive objects of the senses that distract us.
Teni di music lagwa ta tawa de lagwa la cha kyu ching de ne chik doa. Teni di de shirab ki cha kyu lagwa res, shirab ki cha kyu de ne che sem de lagwa res.
So the monk is holding a stick in his hand, and so this is the stick of prajna, or discerning intelligence.
Teni di inju chambala ta ngarang chu ki shini tangbo charang ki kom ma jobi ka la teni langbo che de pe nabo res. Tiwi te nyomba che kali chen yandu di chambala ene charang shini tanda ngaro sem ne ta tap gu yo arwa. Ane tap gu de teni sem ne ba re re shindu di re ne di ka la di langbo che gu yo res. Ta charang ya do di ka teni sem nabo de nyuru to the kawa cheru che di chambala chema teni langbo che da tiwi te kawa ka chan cha da shini lakdong chazang dawo che ya kawa ka chan sa di chambala kyorong shini ki lakdong de topsa ka ores ta di masho di chambala kyorong de shini makom na teni di nakpa na kyang che ne ane soso ki sem de teni karasa ore nyumongbo ki wangdo che da temba da sheshin mebala cha ne teni den cha ka ores.
So the illustration overall depicts the stages, the 9 stages of resting the mind in shamatha, and so we see at the beginning, before any meditation is undertaken, the elephant and the monkey are very dark, and then as they proceed through the stages of shamatha, the 9 stages of resting the mind, they ascend through along the path, and the mind becomes lighter, or the animals are shown as lighter in color as mindfulness and awareness develop, and shamatha and vipassana develop. And so what this indicates is that through shamatha meditation, the mind remains without shamatha meditation, the mind remains within the darkness of the kleshas and the mental afflictions, and gets lightened through the application of mindfulness and awareness.
Ta tambo langbo che nakpo nakyang de nganzu sem nebe tab gui nani tambo de sem nangdu jogwa sangandares. Teni nipa de la langbo che ki de tis kawa de chadu la teni ta ngaranzu shine komen gyundu jogwa sangandayores. Tiu ye pego de kawa de chadu gore. Tiu pego de langbo che go de shine kali da sem namdu jobane den gyundu jobani ba chaden den chagores.
So first, as I said, the animals are very dark, and so this at this stage, this represents the first stage, which is placing the mind, and then continuing to the second stage, which is continually placing, which for a more extended time, there is just a little bit of lightness that's visible on them.
Teni sumba de teni lendu joba sanganderes. Lendu joba sangande ta de lambo chegin go chanan kaocha tu go kaocha lambo che de ma lo ne teni temba da sheshin de trawa de la ma te du kan la teni ko de lendu joba sangandes. Ta de du kan la chingwa sangande le ngores. Chingwa de karwe sa lambo che kan la riwong ji yore riwong de go ka di chingwa sanganderes.
Ore. So at the third stage, which is called collecting and placing the mind, the animals have developed more mindfulness and awareness, and their heads have become lighter. But you can see maybe on the elephant's back there is now a rabbit, and this rabbit represents dullness in meditation.
Teni ta shiwate teni nyawar joba sanganda res. Nyawar joba seti chambala teni ta mendu jo yeyung mendu jo chungdu jo teni ta langbo chi lakwa niya kawa cha de gana nyawar joba sanganda kirangi ta ledi kalan dengam sele go res.
And the fourth stage is called closely placing, and we can see at this stage through that the plants to the side of the road and the flames have gotten smaller, and now the animals' arms as well have gotten lighter.
Teni ta shiwate chasarwa. Ngawa tela teni ngana duwa chewa songores. Dan duwa chede sandegala den da shine tis chaga daw yago chani kyong shine yago chawa dane trawa de tangbo trawa da tu de ngela che trawa chela ta trawa ngela che cha gyu de ngela sim lambo che zu che ban do sem duwa chede sambala komjam ne deni de chaga ta lambo chega san cha res.
And so at the fifth stage, the animals have continued to lighten, and here the monk is now leading the elephant rather than following behind. And so this represents the stage of taming.
Teni tubade ta ngana zo shiwar cheba sa ta shiwar chede chambala ta lambo chega zubode la zo shine ge shiwar cheba komja be kabla teni ta pe ya bocha to res shiwar cho.
And so the sixth stage is pacifying, and the animals are being led by the monk kind of smoothly and obediently, and continuing to lighten. That's pacifying.
Teni tumbate number shiwar cheba sa ganda res.
The seventh stage is thoroughly pacifying.
Tate shiwar number cheba chana kyong shine la dong karo yao left chane ta kangba da langbo ngamal man na bola mare tiu de pe ta ko ku shap chene ma da tiu zo ba ka wa chane teni ta cho kendum ba de ti ko go mares.
And so the seventh stage is thoroughly pacifying, and the animals are both lighter, the flames are smaller, and the monk is no longer leading the elephant. The elephant is proceeding on its own calmly.
Kebade ta chejik tu cheba sa ta chejik ba kulep sa tu kan la kherang shine karo toro chegores chejik chedan lambo chesama ka da tiu de la sa res kyorong sem da tiu nyomba sem nyomba de chagam la langjen da de so go zo botama shine ya po thop charo chegores.
At the eighth stage, the elephant has become completely pale, and the monkey has disappeared. And so this represents the stage of one-pointedness, the eighth stage.
Kuwade ta nyambar chobosa ta kuwale de kala chana shine de ni nyambar choboche de langbo chechik da kari cheche langje nyomba de chama tuine keran da nyambar choboja kerangi wesen denzo ne da pe shine de chena tobo chigores.
And the ninth stage is resting in equipoise. So this is the resting in perfect shamatha meditation, resting in tranquility where the mind can be placed and rest. And the elephant is tamely lying down and amid light, emitting light.
Teni ta kuwa tanda 9 meter, rere tanda. 9 meter.
So there are 9 methods?
Yeah, can you remember 9 meter? Suppose you have to memorize 9 meter. What is the first one? Huh?
Placing.
Place, 10 second? Continue. Then third?
Collecting and placing.
Fourth? You have to write down, okay? They're very important. 5,
Closely placing.
10, 6,
5 is taming,
10, and 6,
pacifying,
7,
thoroughly pacifying,
8,
one-pointedness,
9. Okay.
resting in equipoise.
If these 9 matter, you meditate, then last one you see this in the meditation, he is top of the 11. That time he already Shineda Hatong top chares.
So at that point, you shamatha and vipassana have
Then you
been
are the
attained.
Then that already Shineda Hatong top chares.
Who have mastered shamatha and vipassana.
Then 여기 중직식이 is
So I have a story to tell you.
냐마 되니 겨워주요레스.
Gyalpo,
상계 슈위가를 겨워지. 로스. 냐마 인지티스 겨워요.
Digido.
Okay.
No. So once upon a time in the
신의다
time
활동을 그래서
shamatha and vipassana.
okay, shamatha and vipassana, right? And we have one talk about many years and one after Buddha, and one place very powerful one kings. The king is so many soldier, public, and many people. King has one gong, right? Gong.
A gong, yeah.
This gong name called Dukta. This gong's name they put in the Dukta. Dukta means
Dragon's voice. Yes.
dragon's voice. And every time,
Or thunder. It also means thunder.
yeah, then kings call the attendant, sometimes dong, and that all the army, public came to front of the king's palace. And sometimes kings want to know, sometimes you gong, some people didn't come join to his meeting because the king something thought, oh, maybe some didn't come, maybe he's against with the king. You know, there's everybody comes something. He wanna check to the public, oh, something gong. Then one day he used gong, attendant used gong, everybody come, but one person is not come. Then king is very upset. Oh, he is against with me. But who the person didn't come? This is a practitioner, yoga. Because he shamatha already reached good practitioner. If you good shamatha vipassana good, you cannot hear anything. 신의다 활동 야고 톱나 이 나다 참만 가도 그래 저는 칠로게 되고 말해.
Yeah, so if you are if you have good shamatha and vipassana, then you won't hear anything. The sound won't come in.
Okay?
Your ears are blocked.
Then he was in the vipassana, then he doesn't know, then the king's gone. Then king sent his soldier, oh, he didn't come. Now now you have to kill. King arrangement going to kill. Then this practitioner, king, I apologize. I was meditating vipassana. I didn't hear anything. Then king didn't believe what he said. Then this practitioner say, I have one suggestion. And one of the cup put in the butter, butter, not this melted butter, Marcus Shujo.
Oh, kua drop.
Right.
Yeah, so liquefied butter.
Yeah, liquid power very hot. I hold this butter is very hot, put in the cup. I hold down to stop very 9 follow. I walk to put in top of the there. I didn't get there, then you can kill me. And if I go there, then you can be ministers kosala garasa.
So you make me a minister.
Minister.
You appoint me a minister.
Then when he hold the Marco like that, because same like then they use a gong, shouting, too many things. Then kings give him opportunity to do. Usually we doing something, lot of noisy, lot of something, your mind is not stable, something going to fail, something to. But then he holds the own cup, hot butter soup, just take, then Viveshana, then slowly he walked to the top. He arrived there. You usually nobody do like. Then king is so surprised, why you like that? Because he is Viveshana, the Shinil Haktong, he is very good, he passed. Then after king also, oh, he's really Viveshana and a practiced person. Except, then the king also become a practitioner. He teach him, he become minister. Okay, if you have Vipashana, Pasana 9 level, everything finish. Even usually, then, oh, my friend, bala, too much things, small thing, you feel sad, unhappy, you try to how to back to them, how to fight with them, how to I negative to other people. These small things. Even you reach 9 level, mind 7 part of mind and 9 stage, if you practice very. Even you already reach there, you know then Milarepa's sound, Milarepa people flying. Means if you reach there, you also then, you don't have any, you can fly. You have this kind of the power and this called realization. This kind of we have practiced, but we didn't. You think that I reached there, I also not reached there. If I reach there, I also flying, But anyway, this 9 matter, you have to, I show you maybe how to practice this 9 level, how show this, 11, that you can 1 level. Today morning I spoke with Susie, said, oh, I am level how 4 or 5, I level that. Maybe who have 7 and 8, everybody like that. Okay, we are now continue going to 7 of the mind training, okay? Tini tatang anonzo sen nebi tabkugi komzude ma shutane te tambo ngaranzo jamru so deshe u jingbu bui kone dan 9 sem nebi tabku kune te tambo de la ngaranzo gi tini sem nebi tabku de tambo de sem jongwe kandichen koresana konjo sumla kyapson do de sangye tyomba chö lam kendun lamla druven dozuki jamro dang tene kunzo chanjuki semkepa lamzam ngondo tangwe jesu tunju ngondo la namso lu namnang choten tang samdengi chonga ina da lu tangbo sang u chi drowa dang nangwa ni chachigi bado tukcha macha bar tang de tene sem salwo tangbo shikda sem tangbo roshano lungde kum 실 롱 출 망보 요비나네 단다 규마시 숭바데 데 롱친 로비 값서 치 로비 요바 ngwe nangwi kapsoya nangwi ngwe sing 대다르 komne lung chidowa nangwo ni chachido chene yang nga tangwa ibi semmi tene dale chido chuma tawoshi tene che lungi chidowa nangwa lenni len chidowa nangdo len sum 대다워시 komne tene lung yizachi patu kom seta nagong sumba nashin re.
디쇼턴 니시산이요.
짜지.
짜지 라서. So that was the explanation of the 9 stages of resting, or the nine methods of resting the mind. And so then we begin with the going for refuge and generating bodhicitta, reciting the verses on bodhicitta, and then placing the body in the meditation posture, sitting up straight. And then practicing following the breath as I was explaining last night. So we, when we are breathing in, we know that we're breathing in, and when we are breathing out, we know that we are breathing out. That's all.
We talked about it yesterday, then the beginning, we breathing meditation, just mentioned in the beginning you meditate 3 Jews, but it's the mind, just relax, your physical body, not loose, not tired, just Vajra posture, just like that. You have natural breathing, counting 1 to 21. You have to know breathing, inhale, go out. You have to know this counting 21 times. And 21 times finish again. You have to think about this. You are missing the counting, you are not meditating. You already somewhere. You must 21 improve, 50, 100, 200, how much you can do like that. Then sometimes too much thought come, means Buddha say, namdo shukchena uching uptabs.
So the Buddha taught that when there are a lot of thoughts, meditate on the breath.
Just sometimes very difficult to meditate, too much thought. They use like that in the meditation, and sometimes just too short, some just do and like that. This is beginning and beginners meditation. Okay? Now, teni ta nipadela, teni ta taki kongdu shivadela, tap kuki re ma chuyongi is ta taki ngadu pesha chares.
So for the second, there is an example or an analogy. Nebadi.
Semnevi tapku. Tapku de.
So the second is the 9 methods for resting the mind.
Teni deshindu semnevi tapku sungyore, semnevi tapku ni chirngaranzo tanda semshara negi omares, deshina never chebki tapte tengyores.
So next is taught the 9 methods for the 9 methods of resting. Generally, our minds do not come to rest very easily, and so these are taught.
Tela teni tali kongdu shuwana tangbude teni jokwa shene sunguyores. Semin jokwa sana karire sana sem namdo mangbo trewa sem nyambar shakba dela sem dela nebi tap kuinane tangbo jokwa sana sunguyores.
So as I was saying, the first of the methods is placing, and this is so that the mind does not generate thoughts as it usually does. And so the first stage is placing the mind.
Then yun tung tung shila nyambar shakpa res, te tsam ji tingin zi yungu maritam sena, chokpa kyangbi ki kum mitoba tok tsam namdo chochok yo res, te la kum kongbel du tongwi tapchik tengo go res.
So this is done for just a short period of time, and because the mind does not stay still for very long without generating thoughts. And so placement or placing is taught for this purpose.
Teni semni ki tab nipa ni se gyundu chokpa che sungu yo res, dela tangbo chokpa sam yinbe tangbo shaas, yang chokpa te tok sam yung ringdu tangba teni la gyundu chokpa serva teni semni bi tab nipa te res.
So the second stage is continually placing. So first we've placed the mind, and then we're able to extend that for slightly longer, and so this is the continued placing.
Tetar kumbi kapso kari yungres na toksam gyun ringdu tamikala namdo tro yungres. Yam kamchikla namdo mebayan nigi res. Namdo tro yungbi kapso yang tambo kumbi tangdo ne se.
So then we are able to rest for a little bit longer, and sometimes thoughts will come, and sometimes there will not be any thoughts. And so when thoughts come, then we place the mind again, and this is the third, which is gathering and placing.
Dene niban namdo tro jogi yorabese na tro bi kapso semnebi tab kui nangni sumbate lende choba sengande kumbu gores.
So when thoughts do come, this is the third.
Lende choba shewani sa tangbo ngarang kom yakbo kom she deje la namdo tro dene kumbi tengdo mane warela mane bi nguen sine ta ngarangi sem kumbi tengla ne yo mare pa yangyar ngarangi kom kyabu yo samne namdo te par yung ne yangyar kumbi tengdo kyab shakbatela sem ne bi tab sumbi de lende choba sengande sungu yo res.
So at first we are able to rest well in meditation, and then thoughts will arise, and we recognize that thoughts are arising and that we are no longer resting, and return to resting. Then thoughts come again, and we return again. And so this is the collecting and placing, which is the third.
Shivani nyawar joba suyo, se nyawar jok chewani lende jobi ngangdo toksam kyundu sene nyambar joba dela nyambar joba se sumayin. Di tawi kumi se kap saro kumdu meba tawa tawa kum matuwa tawa dende yongi ores.
So the fourth is close placement or closely placing. And at this stage, we are able to rest our minds for a little bit longer. And so this is called closer. And in this way, sometimes we are sometimes we don't really feel like meditating or are not really able to meditate.
Teni di kapsula ngawa nduwar chewa de kongo gores. Ta ngawa de nduwar chewa kombe kapsula semde kande na semde kyongbu tawo chagi gores. Tsawa ne semne matuwa kom matuwi kapsu nduwar chewa ra che komna komgi peyunde ten. Tena ngarangi zo kom goba chenpo, peyn chenpo. Ene komne sem shiwa nduwa yungu komla tene ngarangi semba sangbo yungu yoba. Dela tene shenla pendo chenpo yungu yoba. Nyumumba pangi yoba dan. Dela tene tarwata tamche kema gyukewa changchuk rangshin tu yoba sem ki kom peyon tena sem kyombo dawo shi yona. Te chungse nduwa yungu re. Dela ngawa de nduwar chewa de ane sungu yores.
So then we have the fifth stage, which is taming. And so sometimes our mind is very rough, and we really can't get it to remain in its place. And so then we have to apply taming. And we do this by recalling the benefits of meditation. We think of the necessity of meditation, that this will give us a peaceful mind, and that we will be able to do good things, that we will be able to be helpful to others, and that we will be able to give up our kleshas, our mental afflictions, and ultimately attain the state of liberation and omniscience. And so, so even if our mind was rough in the beginning, we can tame it through these contemplations.
Teni ta tetar duwar chene toksam komne teni ngawade yang kapkala nyembo nyi shiongores teni shiwar cheba yang kapkap so tetar kombi payon tema de manuwa daw yongores kombi payon da yabo chene sem yabo manuwa daw de yongores namdo ya teni mambo chegres ndidikala teni nyumongi nyemi ndindo yabo che ten tega na che namdo mambo chena donda kaya yomare Tuju chola dware sam. Hiya chidang ngarang zola namdo mangbo chigi namdo den zola tana namdo yakbo tang namdo tupo nyi chigi res. Tenyi yinane kang chebidu tana namdo tupo de manga chigi res. Teche namdo jibo de nyunga chigi res. Teya tana namdo jibo meo da semdo yin namba da sem matewa mangbo yungu yo res.
So sixth is pacifying. And in pacifying, we apply these two remedies. So the first we had the remedy when we're unable to rest of recalling the benefits of meditation. But it may be that still a lot of thoughts are coming. And so what we do then is to recall the faults or the downside of having a lot of kleshas in our minds, and having a lot of thoughts in our minds is a waste of time and of no benefit. So if we look at our thoughts, we have thoughts that are positive and negative, and if we examine them, we see that actually most of our thoughts are negative and unpleasant.
Yang kapsu namdo chene kipo meba tawudang, yang tartula nyumongi namdo chene ane kipo meba mase, ndiga na Pema kaya meba yongi chigi yongdap, tetawu namdo da nyumongi mi komne shivar chaba tupa de tene tene tawujares.
So we think about that unpleasant thoughts will actually make us unhappy, and they are of no use at all. And so applying this is the sixth, which is pacifying.
Teni yang chupa de lepsa yu tengdu la semne vi tap tu migi nambar shivar chepa de res. Ten de la tambo ngaranzo tingin zingi yuen de yabo che ten. Nipa namdo nyomomba kyun yabo che ten. Sem dewa shiwa nduwa chene nambar shivar chepa tengdu yangya Tujedan yabo je komgo gores. Te tengdo semla mambo tangwa mai komne shakpa de la tumba nambar shivar chepa de sungu gores.
And so the seventh is thoroughly pacifying. And so having remembered having applied these two remedies of first recalling the qualities and benefits of shamatha meditation, and then the second of recalling the faults of afflictions and a lot of thoughts. We tame the mind and meditate in with this complete or thorough pacification.
Teni kebatela tangaranzo tumbade namar shiva shabade yabo chene gom teni sengi tengdola namdo mambo chugires namdo ke kala chue ma juba chene teni chambadang sheshin la gombi tsechik dola tena teni ti kebade res.
And so, having thoroughly pacified the mind, we don't have a lot of thoughts arising. We have mindfulness and awareness, and through this the mind rests one-pointedly. And this is the eighth method, which is one-pointedness.
And then the Zambala Chitangi Naranjo Dukundu, Teni Naranjo Karasore, Champa, Shishin Sagada, Bayo Sagada, Tenzu the Pe, Kitchenbares, Karichakayana, Amjo Semlo Karasore, Semlo Karitangi Yobaina, Pena Kalasagi Yobainare, Gombajabu Yobainare, and leg Naranjo Dukundu, Chuzu Nitsashi, Gomjabika, Nyalvika Vinare, the Sama and Chenshu. Payola yabo tengu res dita ngaranjo karasana seju tu chebade zegan pe tenshe payo yabo pena chacha bai na ngaranjo soji tubai na teni so yabo je tubi kobla teni kali chene tu somen tima kariro kari tima kagi tu badang pena chacha kala sagi yona kala ngare kari sabi kana chwa kari yoba so kande yobe kana tenche da bayo yabo je yoba dene chene ngaranjo tenche bayo tengo re tega na singe nyabi kabla ina teni nyi tu zambala ene soso ki teni karisamba tangora sana soso tembe soso tsavi lama ene jungsum da ngaranjo nyamlemba ise de soso tsavi lama de teni chungjung je soso nyingala komne nye kogore degarang la mikpa yabo je tene tene shoge yang langwa gala tene soso nyeti zambi gomba de ranshingi dindechi yoba yena ani kirangi geba ane tene tsechuk tu chebe ki tumde de tengu ores kesi di shoge tumba de tema de wana tsechuk tumde de tengu yo mares di indu sandaran tenshe payo tenzu yabo chene tenzu de pe kechimbo yinsares.
It's very important for us to have mindfulness and awareness and carefulness. And this is not just in meditation, but in all our activities, whether we're eating or walking around or sleeping. If we have mindfulness and awareness, then this and carefulness, then we can experience this everything one-pointedly. So, for example, even when we're just brushing our teeth, if we do it slowly and with awareness and care, then we are experiencing completely the taste and so on. When we're eating food, we are fully experiencing it as the taste and the smell, and we are applying mindfulness and awareness in this. And when we go to sleep, we can focus on our guru in our heart center and go to sleep in this way with a clear visualization. And so then when we wake up, we are naturally in this state again. And so we need to continue to have, to continue with developing mindfulness and awareness. Very important.
Teni ta kuwa de nyambar choba de tok tsam ramang top sare ta ta ki kondu shuwa nan shingi teni 다 냠버 조바세 되는 신이 다 빠진 톱사비 계절에서 되는 데이터도 공짜와들 냠버 조바세 되는 센니 탑금 센네버 접에 신이 공고거래서
The ninth stage is resting in equipoise, and so this was, as illustrated in the final stage of the illustration, where we have really attained control over our minds and have fully attained shamatha. We are resting in equipoise.
Okay, today morning I stop here. Now everybody memorize 9 method. Okay? This is very important for us. Even $1 million is not important. This is really important. 9 method every day. Please, you write down 9 method in your shine hole or door, where you are. In there, which is book, everything 9 method where you are. This is step by step. But we learn 7 point of the mind training, everything, but you need meditation. No meditation cannot walk. Okay? And usually, and even we was 3 years retreat, every one section, all the memorized, then step by step, then improve for your where you are practicing these things. And 9 method, 9 method is very important. Then you vipassana, meditate, and this is very important for everybody. Okay? Then they shan't do that.
So we'll stop here.
Okay, then my teaching, listener, and all the dedication for all of the sentient beings. 가리도요래.
Sonamdi.
Sonamdi damje zibani domna nyevin danam pamje kira nashin bala dhuba isipi tole dhavarasho. Thank you.
Thank you.